edition of the National Football League.
On the away sideline, that's Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks. His guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. His side also a favorite in their conference, so a possible Super Bowl preview taking place here. Scott here with Brock Hewitt, and everybody just about set. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally.
Nix is hit. He lost that football. And that should be Seahawks football. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Shotgun snap to Nix. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and...
On third down, here's Nix. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Broncos first down.
First and 10 from the 43.
43-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. 2nd and 3 now.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 49.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Next, quick out wide, complete. And he's tackled for no gain. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Knocked away, that's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Now we've got the first carry of the game for the rookie out of Arkansas. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. This one falls incomplete. No, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Starts the return at the 34. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47.
Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Running it again with Dobbins. They'll have the first down and even more. Now he's past the 25. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos go up 6-0 here in the first. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Brings up 3rd down.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Connection made to Shaheed. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
He was brought down by Brandon.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Another carry for him. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. He's got Smith-Njigba for the catch. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now Darnold off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Defense sent them packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with second down. Back now, pressure coming. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 19-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nick Snad to throw. Fights off the pressure. He's running with it. Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Incomplete. Devin Witherspoon.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going deep! Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And that brings up 4th and long. Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. On 1st down, they'll run. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Darnold. Hits his running back. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, Darnold. Dump off to his fullback. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Sent down by Cody Barton.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Darnold.
And 6 at the 43-yard line.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle of elite teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And again, it's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34. Second and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the Broncos.
Still sticking with the passing game. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on first, and then we go backwards on second. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. This gets the first and more. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 12. And the Seahawks first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series, quite like getting stuck for a loss.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Drops back. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Harvey now to return it. This makes it up to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he comes through big here, 9 yards, it's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is not going to help their cause ahead of 3rd down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd down run by Dobbins. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
8 yards on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Harvey fighting for the goal line. Oh, we lost it. Someone punched it out. And that should be Seahawks football.
Take everything that makes the goal line stand exciting and amplify it by 1,000. They didn't just hold him out of the end zone. They stole the ball away with a dominant stop.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Darnold now to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Dobbins has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Darnold. Farner with the grab. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Going on 1st. Here's Darnold. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's a design run. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Throwing for the back of the end zone. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands. And now it's 4th down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That's complete. David Njoku. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock. And the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away. from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Throwing here, Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
To throw, here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So it's going to be a 2nd and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Michael Dixon on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Quick slant, caught by Sutton. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
Next to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Once more, it's Nix. Finds the in route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing again. Here's Nix. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Ball still on that 34-yard line. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
They'll throw again. Nix. He completes it in traffic. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Gives him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the 2nd best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
The Seahawks take over.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Design quarterback run here. So two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on Indianapolis. And this is Jaylen Warren. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Steelers win their second straight as they get the victory here. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And it's Josh Jacobs. He's got the rock, he's got some room, he's got speed. 39 yards for the touchdown. The Packers come away with a 4-point victory. One more to bring you now. Let's go to Vegas, shall we? The Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is the former Washington Husky, Jalen Polk. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Saints get a much-needed win as they move back to 500 at 5-5. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Darnold off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42.
It's a gain of 11.
Play fake, Darnold. Dump off to his fullback. He gets it forward a little to his 46. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
They're going play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Now Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Throw here, 3rd down. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 19 yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Catch is made in close. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Seahawks 10.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Harvey now to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. Shoots away from one. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
Play action with Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st down.
It's Harvey straight ahead. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 13-point lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Seahawks 10. Will Lutz.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So Mike McDonald's getting his Seahawks offense out for another drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, but obviously without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Back now, pressure coming. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards.
To throw, here's Darnold. It's a screen pass, Charbonnet. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Well, just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks.
With a quick bounce at 1. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now he'll throw off the play fake.
45-yard line.
Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route throwing that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They get 2 on the run, and that brings up 2nd and goal from the 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. It's a design boot. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th.
Seahawks.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Seahawks 17.
just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Harvey now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. Knicks now on 1st and 10. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
Brought down by Ernest Jones.
Knicks from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And the Seahawks have it. And they're gonna give a couple yards back on the return, but I don't think they care much, Brock, because they're gonna take over on the fumble. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Hand off to the back. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
Loss of the yard brings up second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play fake, Darnold. That's completed right side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Seahawks, first down. It's a gain of 20.
Here's Darnold.
The Seahawks, first down.
That's incomplete left side. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it's second down coming up.
There defensively.
And again, it's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Still trying to do it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
A gain of 2.
Darnold. He's got it in the red zone. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Completes it again to Smith and Jigba. And he drives this forward to the 6.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
Now Darnold. He's got some Smith-Njigba for the catch. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now trail by just a point in the fourth. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Harvey now to return it. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing here, Nix. Called in by Njoku, left side. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. Nix trying to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 33.
And the Broncos, first down.
Here's Nix to throw. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, it's Nix.
32-yard line.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That's good for Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 40.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
That's dropped off for Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
shotgun snap to Nix. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Nix looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for him. We've got first and 10.
First down.
Once more, it's Nix. Couldn't find a completion on first down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Nix to throw again. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos going for the win here. 3rd down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there. Looking to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either. That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Shaheed now to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
To throw. Warner's got it. Complete. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. He delivers.
And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. He reaches the sideline, clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7. Mix off the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
That's good for Broncos.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They'll throw again. Nix. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Throwing now. This to win the game. And it'll be incomplete. They went for it, trying to stun everybody with no time left on the clock. But alas, we are headed for overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. Will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Denver set to take the field on offense. Well, they couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, partner, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and hopefully help them start this overtime period by taking the lead. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. Nix from the gun. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks pick it up. For one side, an incredible mistake, and for the other, a clutch defensive play that could set up the end of this game.
This is overtime, baby, and every play is amplified by 100. And now some life to go get yourself a win.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it'll be contested. We know it's a physical game. Yeah. All 100 yards have been into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Fullback trying to barrel it across. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also...
And he's made the catch to silence this crowd. It's a touchdown. This game is over. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.